Howdy, hi. It is Dear Job Sports MLB Rundown Picks and Predictions for Sunday, April 20th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, previous day's results. Another winning day. We go 4-3 on the day, so barely over, but we hit it, bringing our season record to 86-94. Pretty interesting day in baseball. We had a few of these bets that got pretty lucky to hit, with one going into extra innings. The Cubs game hit the over on the final out, and unlucky, not really anywhere. I guess Padres' money line was a little unlucky because they gave up the lead late, but that's fine. Still positive on the day, so I'm going to recap these games. We'll get into the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1. Now, I said this was a lucky over, but there were 7 runs scored in the first 2 innings, and then we had to hit the over on a solo shot in the top of the 9 with 2 outs. So the final score of this game was 6-2. Chicago Cubs led 6-1 at the top of the 3rd. They then went the entire rest of the game without scoring until the top of the 9th inning. 2 outs. Up steps Tim Tawa to the plate, who absolutely obliterates a ball over the left field wall. I think it got out of the stadium. This probably looked like the hardest ball I'd seen hit of the entire series. This swing was nuked. Absolutely gobsmacked. So he hit the over. Cubs win 6-2. Cubbies, 14-9 on the year. Don't look now, but they're pretty good. Also, Zach Gallen, very bad at pitching. 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned. He kind of sucks. We then had the Tigers, minus 125 on the money line. The Royals are horrible on the road. I think this moves them to, I want to say 2-7 on the road total. They're 8-14 on the year. Tigers moved to 14-8 on the season as they win this game 3-1. Kansas City actually out-hit Detroit 6-5. Kansas City just can't score because the bottom half of their lineup is so bad. Jonathan India went 3 for 4 today. Bobby Witt went 1 for 4. Their next 5 guys in the order did not get a hit. Pasquantino, Salvi, Michael Garcia, Massey, and Waters. I was thinking of Dion Waiters. None of them had a hit. The next hit you have to go to is a Freddie Furman solo shot. That was their only run of the day. So not going to win many games doing that. Shout out to the Tigers who hit on minus 125. Casey Mize, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, only 1 earned. So shout out to those guys. We then had the over, 8.5 runs. This one was lucky as it went to extras. Final score was the Mariners 8, Toronto 4. Every single time I bet Toronto, they lose the game. This one happened at the top of the 12th inning. Randy Arozarena with a single, and then Rowdy fucking Tellez hits was it a 3-run bomb? Rowdy, Luke, Randy, a grand slam. Rowdy Tellez hits a grand slam just to shut the door in my face. They win 8-4. Blue Jays go down. We then had the under 8.5 runs in the Padres and the Astros game. This one, final score 2-3. This was going under the entire way. The score going into the bottom of the 6th inning was Padres 2-0. Astros come back. They win the game 3-2. Our losers, we had the over 7.5 runs in the Royals and the Tigers game. Probably shouldn't have taken the over with 2 good pitchers with Lugo and Mize on the mound, but I did. I thought it was too low. The Royals just can't hit on the road or at home, to be honest with you. They kind of suck. We had the Blue Jays plus 105. I just talked about how Rowdy Tellez hit a grand slam in the top of the 12th inning. Kind of tough to win a baseball game when you have that happen. Then we had the Padres minus 125. Let me double check. I think it was the Padres bullpen that totally coughed up this game real quick. No, it wasn't. Michael King went 5 2/3, gave up 4 hits and 2 earned. And then their bullpen came on and gave up 1 in 2 1/3 pitched. So it really wasn't their bullpen, but maybe Michael King should have been pulled a tad bit earlier before he gave up the 2-run bomb. So that is how we go 4-3 on the day. Let's get into the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1, we're going to take the Guardians minus 105 on the money line in the over of 8.5 runs. Cleveland, 11-9 on the year. They've already won the first 2 games of the series. They have been relatively low scoring. First game was a shootout, 10-7. The most recent game was 3-0 as the Guardians beat Paul Skeens. Pretty good performance. On the mound for the Guards, Logan Allen, 1-1 on the year with a 2.30 ERA. This season, he's gone 15 and 2/3 inning, struck out 11. He's walked 9, which is a pretty big problem, but he's only given up 1 home run. He gets a lot of dudes on base every single time, but somehow manages to get out of it. The Guardians do have a very good defense behind him. Gold Glover with Jose, Gold Glover with Steven Kwan. You have Brian Rocchio, really good. Gabriel Arias, really good. The only semi-problem we have is John Kenzie Noel out and right. Kyle Manzardo, okay in the outfield. And then we have Lane Thomas. So you're not really going to find a weak spot in our defense. The Pirates, you will find plenty of weak spots in their defense. They're horrible. 8-14 on the year. They got Mitch Keller on the mound in this one. 1-2 on the season. 4.30 ERA. He's pitched 23 innings this year, struck out 17 and only walked 8. Honestly, pretty good stats. The Pirates are just ass. They suck. Look at this lineup. There's not a single bat you have to be concerned about. Maybe O'Neal Cruz, and then you just go down the list, and it's ridiculously bad baseball players. Brian Hayes can be okay. Tommy Phane's old, but he sucks. He's hitting 136, and he only bats against lefties. Triolo's horrible. Sawinski shouldn't be in the majors. Henry Davis, I don't even know who that is. Sounds like my uncle. The Guardians are good, though. You got Steven Kwan. I don't want to pitch to him. Jose Ramirez, don't want to pitch to him. Carlos Santana, he's pretty good. Angel Martinez, really good young guy we got. Daniel Schneeman's been smacking the shit out of the baseball. And Rocchio is somehow hitting 234. Guardians are good. They have a better bullpen. They know how to play defense. They won the first 2 games of the series. I think them only won at -105. Sounds pretty good to me. I would have taken the Guardians like -130, 140. I think they're winning this game. So give me the Guardians and the over. All right, next game we got. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. It's worked the previous 2 days. I see no reason why it shouldn't work again. No money line bet here. I am just taking the over of 7.5 runs. Arizona at 12-9 on the season. They've lost the first 2 games of the series. They have Merrill Kelly on the mound. 3-1 on the season, despite having a 5.57 ERA. Going up against Jameson Taillon, 1-1 on the season with a 5.4 ERA. We're going to see similar conditions as to what we saw today. Slight inward wind direction. Again, this over is hitting the previous 2. Both of these teams can hit really good. The Cubs especially, they got a bunch of power hitters on their team. You've seen Happ go yard, Tucker go yard, Suzuki go yard, Bush go yard. You got to worry about PCA speed down at the bottom of the lineup. Carson Kelly's gone yard twice in the last 3 days. And none on the D-backs. Corbin Carroll led off today's game with the home run. You got Perdomo hitting above 300, Smith hitting above 400. Josh Naylor, former Guardian, can just absolutely belt the baseball. Lourdes Gurriel can pound it. Eugenio Suarez has 6 home runs in the season. Alec, I don't know why I added an extra decimal place, but I guess that's cool. Tim Tawa, he went yard today. You got a bunch of dudes who can hit the ball, and they've been scoring well with 2 not good pitchers on the mound. Give me the over, 7.5. This is too low. Next game we got, it is the Dodgers and the Rangers. This is the series split between these 2 teams. So we got the rubber match here. I'm taking the Rangers plus 130 on the money line in the under of 8.5 runs. I think the Rangers can win this game. I really like the pitcher on the mound for them. They got Tyler Mahle, who's 3-0 on the year. He's pitched 19 innings, has under a 1 ERA, and he struck out 21 batters. Again, 19 innings, 21 strikeouts. The only real problem he has is his walks. He's given up 9 balls, 0 home runs this season. The teams he's played, Tampa Bay, Chicago, and the Angels. Those are 3 teams who've been playing really good baseball to start the year, and they all have power on their team. Now, he is going up against a Dodgers lineup who also can smack the shit out of a baseball. Shohei Ohtani is expected to be back for this game. He's missed the previous 2, but he's supposed to return for this one. Then you got to deal with the absolute gauntlet that is going Betts, Freeman, Hernandez. Normally, Will Smith and Michael Conforto are switched, but in the lineup today, they had them hitting 5.6 instead of 6.5. Tommy Edman at the bottom of the lineup hitting 288 solid. Bullpen-wise, Dodgers, I really haven't been that impressed. Dodgers only won the games by like 1 or 2 runs against the Rockies. Really haven't been looking that great. The Rangers, obviously they got Maile on the mound. Their bats kind of suck. Simeon's only hitting 141. Corey Seager, Josh Smith pulling the weight here, hitting 318 and 342. Then you have Josh Jung hitting 326. I'm really hoping they pull Jock Peterson from this lineup. He is hitting .057. How are you that ass and still in the lineup? He's unathletic. Actually, pause. He's not even unathletic. The dude's just fat. Look at him throughout the progression of his career. He just, every year, he just gains weight. It's like, what are you doing in the offseason? It's clearly not working out. You are just putting on pounds, buddy. You are fat as hell. But I'm going to back the Rangers. I think plus 130 is a good price here. Glasnow has not been impressive this year. 1-0, but he's rocking the tune of almost a 5.0 ERA. I like the Rangers at home to get the series against the Dodgers. Dodgers really haven't been that impressive as of late. If you take out that series they played against Colorado, they're 2-5 straight up in their last 7 games. That's not good. So I'll take the Rangers at home, getting a good price, plus 130, and the under 8.5 runs with Maile on the mound. Final game here, we're getting the Cardinals, plus 120 on the money line. I'm taking the under 7.5 runs. The only real reason I'm betting this is the Cardinals are trying to avoid a 4-game series sweep. They've lost the first 3. I really don't think they're going to lose all 4, especially with veteran pitcher Sonny Gray on the mound. 3-0 with a 3.13 ERA. They're going up against Clay Holmes, 2-1, 3.66 ERA. There's really no other angle I have besides the fact I don't think they're going to get swept in a 4-game series. That is what I'm going with. You got a veteran group here. I think they're a proud team. They're going to do all they can to avoid the sweep. And that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.